The Catcher in the Rye by JD Salinger is an iconic novel that has captivated readers since its publication in 1951. Its protagonist, Holden Caulfield, has become an emblematic figure of teenage angst and rebellion. In this article, we will explore a detailed synopsis of the storyline, delve into the central themes, offer a critique of the book, and examine the historical context in which it was written. The Catcher in the Rye is narrated by Holden Caulfield, a 17-year-old boy who has been expelled from numerous prep schools. The novel begins with Holden recounting events that occurred around Christmas before he was admitted to a psychiatric institution. He has just been expelled from Pensy Prep, his latest school, for poor academic performance. Distressed and disillusioned, Holden decides to leave Pensy early and spend a few days alone in New York City before returning home to face his parents. Throughout his journey, Holden engages in various encounters and experiences that reveal his inner turmoil and dissatisfaction with the adult world. In New York, he interacts with a variety of characters, including his former schoolmate Sally Hayes, whom he takes on a disastrous date, and his younger sister Phoebe, who is one of the few people he genuinely loves and trusts. Holden's interactions are marked by a deep sense of alienation and a search for authenticity in a world he views as filled with phonies. Holden's emotional struggle is symbolized by his dream of being the Catcher in the Rye, a protector of innocent children who prevents them from falling into the corruption of adulthood. This vision reflects his desire to preserve the purity and innocence he sees in children, including his deceased younger brother Ali. The novel reaches its climax when Holden sneaks into his family apartment to visit Phoebe. Their conversation makes him realize that he cannot protect Phoebe from growing up. He eventually decides to return home, but the story ends ambiguously, with Holden in the psychiatric institution contemplating his future. Themes: alienation and isolation. One of the central themes of the novel is Holden's profound sense of alienation. He feels disconnected from the world around him, struggling to find his place in a society he deems superficial and hypocritical. His isolation is both self-imposed and a result of his inability to connect with others. This theme is evident in his constant criticism of people and his inability to form lasting relationships. The innocence of childhood. Holden's fixation on preserving the innocence of children is another major theme. He idolizes his younger siblings, Ali and Phoebe, and is deeply affected by Ali's death. His fantasy of being the Catcher in the Rye symbolizes his desire to save children from the harsh realities of adulthood. This theme underscores his fear of growing up and his longing for a simpler, purer time. Phoniness of the adult world. Holden frequently refers to adults as phonies, highlighting his disdain for the insincerity and pretentiousness he perceives in the adult world. This theme reflects his struggle to reconcile his own identity with the expectations and norms of society. His rebellion against this perceived phoniness is a central aspect of his character. Mental health and depression. Throughout the novel, Holden exhibits signs of depression and emotional instability. His erratic behavior, constant thoughts of death, and inability to find joy in life suggest a deep-seated mental health issue. This theme is significant, as it sheds light on the struggles of mental illness and the importance of seeking help and understanding. Identity and belonging. Holden's journey is also one of self-discovery and the search for identity. He grapples with questions of who he is and where he belongs. His constant criticism of others can be seen as a reflection of his own insecurities and uncertainties. This theme is universal, resonating with readers who have experienced similar struggles in finding their place in the world. The Catcher in the Rye is celebrated for its authentic voice and the raw, honest portrayal of teenage angst. JD Salinger's use of first-person narration allows readers to intimately experience Holden's thoughts and emotions. The novel's colloquial language and stream-of-consciousness style contribute to its authenticity and relatability. Holden Caulfield is one of literature's most memorable characters. His complexity, vulnerability, and rebellious spirit make him a compelling protagonist. Readers are drawn to his sincerity and his struggle to navigate a world that often feels overwhelming and disingenuous. However, the novel has also faced criticism. Some argue that Holden's constant negativity and cynicism can be grating, and that his privileged background makes his complaints seem trivial. Others believe that the novel's plot lacks substantial action and relies too heavily on Holden's internal monologue. Despite these critiques, The Catcher in the Rye has had a lasting impact on literature and popular culture. Its exploration of themes such as alienation, identity, and the pain of growing up resonates with readers of all ages. The novel's influence can be seen in numerous works of literature, film, and music. The Catcher in the Rye was published in 1951, a time of significant social and cultural change in the United States. The post-World War II era saw the rise of the teenage demographic as a distinct social group with its own set of attitudes and cultural norms. This period also marked the beginning of the Cold War, a time of political tension and uncertainty. The 1950s were characterized by a growing sense of conformity and materialism in American society. The ideal of the suburban middle-class family became a dominant cultural image, and there was an emphasis on traditional values and stability. However, this period also saw the emergence of a counterculture that challenged these norms and values. Holden Caulfield can be seen as a precursor to the rebellious youth movements of the 1960s. His rejection of societal expectations and his search for authenticity resonate with the sentiments of the Beat generation and the later countercultural movements. The novel's critique of the phoniness and superficiality of society reflects the growing disillusionment with the post-war American dream. JD Salinger himself was a reclusive figure, and his personal experiences and views influenced his writing. He served in World War II, an experience that profoundly affected him. The themes of loss, trauma, and the search for meaning in The Catcher in the Rye can be seen as a reflection of Salinger's own struggles. The Catcher in the Rye remains a powerful and influential novel that continues to captivate readers with its exploration of teenage angst, alienation, and the search for identity. JD Salinger's portrayal of Holden Caulfield's emotional journey offers a profound commentary on the human condition and the challenges of growing up. The novel's themes of alienation, the innocence of childhood, and the phoniness of the adult world resonate with readers across generations. Despite criticisms, The Catcher in the Rye has left an indelible mark on literature and popular culture, and its relevance endures. We hope you enjoyed this bite-sized guide to JD Salinger's The Catcher in the Rye. Let us know what you think of the book in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. You'll become a literature expert in no time.